Hello guys, in this video I have included each and every type of time and work questions. So go through each one of them and we are starting right now. So the first question says, a group of employees is working on a project. If 10 more employees join them, then the project will be completed in two-thirds of the time. Definitely, if workers are increasing, the time will going to be decreased, definitely. If the work has to be completed in one-third of the time, then how many more employees have to join? Okay, so this particular question is on the concept that if the workforce is increasing, then the time will decrease. And similarly, if time is increasing, then the workforce will decrease. So both of them are inversely proportional. Okay, so let the initial employees be X and 10 employees are joining. So let the final employees be X plus 10. Okay, and that decrease in time is given to be 2 by third. So I can say the employees has to be increased by 3 by 2 times. Okay, because the time is decreasing by two-thirds, so employees has to be increased by 3 by 2 times, just the reciprocal of this ratio. Okay, so x into 3 by 2 is equal to x plus 10, means these new employees are 3 by 2 times of the old employees. That's the meaning of this equation. Okay, that's the meaning of this equation. So 3x by 2 minus x, that will give me 0.5x, 0.5x into 10, and x is equal to 20. So initially there were 20 employees, right? Now the question says that if how many employees are more needed. So time is one third, so employees should be three times of the initial. So initial employees are 20, so the new employees will be 20 into 3, that is 60. So 60 will be the answer to this question. Okay, simply just if time is reducing by one third, then new employees has to be three times of the old employees. So old employees, there were 20 employees and into 3 will be 60. That's the answer to this question. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question. A contractor employs 200 men to build a dam. They finish 5 by 6 part of the work in 10 weeks. Due to rain, the work remains suspended for 4 weeks and also half of the work already done is washed away. Okay, when the work is resumed, only 140 men turn up, the total time in which the contractor is able to complete the work. Okay, so these kind of questions are very prevalent when it comes to the time and work. So initially there were 200 men. They worked for 10 weeks, and how much work they done? They have done 5 by 6 part of the work, right? Now, when they resumed the work, 140 men were there. How many weeks? I don't know. So let it be X. And how much work these 140 men have done? See, from 5 by 6, due to rain, half of it is washed away. So 5 by 12 work is already there, and 5 by 12 is washed away. So how much work these 140 men have to do? 5 by 12 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 7 by 12. So 7 by 12 is the work that these 140 people have to do now. So 7 by 12. So this is the equation. I have to just solve this equation for x, and x will come out to be 10 weeks. But this is not the answer, since the question asked is the total time. So total time is that this 10 weeks when these 200 people were working. So 10 plus this 10 weeks when 140 people were working, and the work was halted for the 4 weeks. So answer to this question is 24, which is C option. 24 is the answer. Let's see the next question. An empty tank can be filled completely in 16 minutes. If the tank develops a leak when the tank is half full, the tank can be completely filled in 32 minutes. Okay, had the tank developed the leak right at the beginning when the tank started getting filled, how many minutes would it take for the tank to fill completely? Okay, so let's say this is the tank and it is half full. So the total time the tank takes to get filled is 16 minutes, right? So to get half full, it will take 8 minutes. This will be 8 minutes. Okay. So if this is 8 minutes, and now in question it is given the total time is 32 minutes. This tank is taking total time to be 32 minutes when the leak is starting from here. Okay, so 32 is the total time over here. It is given in question. So 32 minus 8 will be 24. So 24 minutes will be taken here when the leak is starting from here, when the tank is half full. If leak is developed here, then it will take 24 minutes to get filled this half. Okay, now the question says, had the leak developed right in the beginning, so how much time it would take? Just double this, 24 into 2. 24 into 2, that is 48 minutes. So 48 minutes is the answer. So basically, question is asking, had the leak developed right in the beginning, how much time it will take? So in the question we have found out the 24 minutes for the half of the tank, for this half. Okay, this half, the time is 24 minutes. For full tank, it will be just double of it, right? So 24 into 2, 48. 48 minutes is the answer. So let's see the next question. 4 men and 3 women do job in 6 days. 5 men and 6 women in 4 days. How long 3 men and 2 women take? Okay, so these kind of questions do appear frequently, not only in CAT but in other exams as well. So how to do them? 4m plus 3 women is equal to 6. This is nothing, just man days, right? 5 men plus 6 women is equal to 4. So if I solve this equation, what I will get? I will get m by w is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, if I solve this equation, I will get this, m by w is equal to 3 by 2. Now the next scenario says 3 men and 2 women. So 3 men plus 2 women, how many days? D days is equal to, I can equate this with any of this. So I am equating this with this, okay. 4m plus 3w is equal to 6. This is the total work, this is the total work, this is the total work. So I can equate out of these three, I can equate any of two, right? So if I solve this, I can easily find the value of D. Just put the value of m 3 and value of w is equal to 2 in this equation. Okay. Put m is equal to 3 and w is equal to 2 in this equation. So I will get D is equal to 8.3 something, 8.3 days. Okay. 8.3 days. Okay, so these kind of questions are very easy and should not be left in the exam. So let's see the next question. Okay, so the next question is very important and a conceptual one. 5 people with efficiencies in the ratio 1:2:3:4:5 are working on a task. They work on such a way that exactly 3 of them work together. 3/5 of the task is completed when each of the possible group of 3 people has worked for exactly 1 day. Okay, so this line is very important. How many more days are required if the remaining task is completed by all of them working together? Okay, so let's say the 5 people are A, B, C, D, E, and the ratio of their efficiencies is given. So can I say A is doing 1 unit of work, similarly B is doing 2 units, 3 is 3 units, and similarly for D and E? Okay, the ratio of efficiency is given, so the ratio of their doing of the work is also be same. So A, B, C, D, E will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 units of work. Okay, so now the question says 3/5 of the task is completed when each of the possible group of 3 people has worked for exactly 1 day. Okay, so there are total 5 people. In how many ways can I form a group of 3 people? This is nothing but 5c3. 5c3 is 10. So there will be 10 groups. Okay, so there will be total 10 groups of 3 people each. There will be 10 groups. Okay, and each one of them are working. Okay, so in how many of those 10 groups A will be there? What I am saying is there will be total 10 groups. In how many of those 10 groups A will be there? How do I find it? It's just a concept of PNC. Just fixed A over here. And now of the remaining 4, I can select them in 4c2 ways. Okay, so what is 4c2? 4c2 is 6. So there will be total 6 groups out of the total 10 groups in which A will be there. Similarly, can I say this? B will also be there in 6 groups out of total 10. Similarly for C will also be there in total 6 groups out of 10 groups. And similarly for D and E. Okay, so each one of them is working in 6 groups. So in one group A is working 1 unit. Okay, in one group A is working 1 unit, and A is a part of 6 groups. So how much work A will do? 1 into 6, that is 6 units. How much part B will do? 6 into 2, that is 12 units. Similarly for C, D and E, 6 into 3, 18, 6 into 4, 24, 6 into 5, 30. Okay, this is 90 units of work. Okay, so each one of them is a part of 6 groups, and hence they are working total 90 units of work. So in the question it says they are completing 3/5 of the work. 3/5 is nothing but 60%, right? So 60% is 90 units. 60% of the work is 90 units. So what is 100%? What is the total work? This is 90 by 60 into 100, just unitary method. So 150 units. So 150 units is the total work. What is the remaining work now? What is the remaining work? 150 is the total work minus 90 is equal to 60 units. So 60 units is the remaining work. And now these 60 units are completed by them, and all of them are working together. So if they are working together now, okay, how many units they are doing? 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 15. So 15 units per day. So if all of them are working together in one day, they are doing 15 units of work. Total 60 units is remaining. Okay, so 60 by 15, 4 days. So 60 by 15 is equal to 4 days. 4 days is the answer to this question. So basically what has happened in this question is all of them are working in the group initially, and they completed 3/5 of the work. So this is the 3/5 of the work. So if this is 3/5 of the work, what is the whole work? That is 100% will be 150. Remaining work will be 150 minus 90 is equal to 60. And now this remaining work is completed by these 5 people when all of them are working together. So 60 by 15 is equal to 4 days. So a little bit of PNC concept is also involved in this question, and that's what makes this question a very important question. Okay, so the next question says, a wall is to be built. One person starts on day 1 with certain efficiency. On second day, second person join and work with twice the efficiency as that of the first person on first day. On day 3, one more person joins the work, and all 3 work with the thrice efficiency as there on the first day. Okay, so this process continues and the wall is finally built in n days. Instead, if n persons had worked together on building the wall with uniform efficiency equal to that of the first person, the wall could have been built in 91 by 6 days. Okay, find n. Okay, so let's say on day 1, the worker of first efficiency be 1 unit. Okay, what I am saying is on day 1, on day 1 worker 1 has efficiency of 1 unit. Okay, let's see this. So on first day he will be doing 1 into 1. This is worker, this is efficiency. Okay, plus on second day there will be 2 people into twice of the efficiency. So this is workers, this is efficiency. Similarly 3 into 3 on third day, all the way up to n days. Okay, so this is nothing but 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square all the way up to n. So this is nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay, so this is the total work. Okay, this is the total work. So in the next scenario, what has been given, that if all the workers are working together, then with efficiency is equal to 1. Okay, so all the workers are working together, n into they are taking 91 by 6 days, 91 by 6, and with efficiency is equal to 1. These are the workers, this is the number of days they are taking, and 1 is the efficiency. Okay, so this is also the total work. So this is equal to this part. So n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6. So I have to solve this, and I can get the value of n. Okay, so when I will solve this, I will get 91 is equal to n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Okay, so after solving this, we are getting this equation. Okay, so now there are two options. Either you can multiply this and form a quadratic, but that is not recommended because it will eat up a lot of time. So what I can do from here to find the value of n, instead of making quadratic equation, just find out the factors of 91. What are the factors of 91? What are the factors of 91? 1, 7, 13 and 91, right? There are only four factors of 91. So there are only four factors of 91, and out of these four, what are the numbers satisfying this? And I am getting a multiplication of 91. This is 7 and 13. Okay, 7 and 13. Only 7 and 13 are satisfying this. So this is 7, this is 13. So if I solve this, n plus 1 is equal to 7, n will be 6. So n is coming out to be 6. So n is equal to 6 is my answer. So what I am saying is that you can also make quadratic equation by multiplying this. Okay, but just to save time, this is one more method to because these are two numbers giving a multiplying, and we are getting 91, right? So just find the factors of 91. These are the four factors of 91. Just look which two numbers are satisfying this: n plus 1, 2n plus 1. So 7 and 13 are satisfying. N will be 6, because none of them can be 1, right? Because if you put this equal to 1, n will be 0, and if you put this is 1, again n will be 0. Okay, so n is equal to 0 is not possible. So n is equal to 6 is the answer. And so this question is just an example where we should not just leave the question by merely looking at its length. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Okay, so the next question is a conceptual one again. A and B together will get rupees 6,000 after the job. On day of work, A started the work as scheduled, but B turned up 1 hour late, and as a result they took 45 minutes more to complete the job. What will be B's share in total amount had they both worked for an equal amount of time? Okay, so one thing that we need to keep in mind over here is that both of them are working for equal amount of time. Does that mean that the share of the rupees will also be equal? No, right? Because efficiency can be different of A and B. The efficiency with which they are working can be different. So I can't say with the time that if they are working for equal amount of time, they will get equal amount of money. That's a wrong inference. Okay, so that's not the case. So let's see how to do this question. So let me just draw the timeline to do this question. It will be a better way to do this question. Let's say here A plus B for 1 hour. This is 1 hour. Only A is working in the second scenario. Okay. And this is 45 minutes. 45 minutes means 3 by 4 hours. A plus B are working. Okay, so let A is working with A units per hour. Let A is working with A units per hour, and for B, B units per hour. Okay. Okay, so from this timeline, what I can say is that this part is common in both the scenarios. The difference is over here in this part. In this first hour, A plus B is working in the first scenario, and in the second scenario, in 1 hour, only A is working. And in the second scenario, they are working for extra 45 minutes. This is for working 3 by 4 hours. A plus B are working extra for 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes is nothing but 3 by 4 hours. Okay, so if I equate both the scenarios, because the total work will remain same, right? So the total work will be A plus B into 1. 1 is the 1 hour. This is the A plus B is the total units into the hour is equal to A into 1. A into 1 plus this A plus B is by 3 by 4. Okay, so see, I can write this plus this is equal to this plus this plus this, right? But this thing is common in both the scenarios, though they will cancel out each other. Okay, so I am not writing this part, I am just directly writing this is equal to this plus this. Okay, so if I solve it, I will get B is equal to 3A. So what does that mean? What inference can we draw from here? That B is thrice as efficient as A. Okay, B is thrice as efficient as A. So if B is thrice as efficient as A, what I can say, that B will get three-fourth amount of money. So three-fourth of 6,000. That is 4500. So B's share will be 4500 rupees. Okay, so what I am saying is that B is thrice efficient as A. So if A is getting one part, then B will get three parts of the money. So B is getting total 3 divided by total parts. So 3 by 4 of total money, that is 4500. Okay, so instead of making the equations, we can do such kind of questions by making the timeline. Okay, so I am doing nothing, just equating the work. This is the total work in the first scenario, and this is the total work in the second scenario. And I am not writing this part because this part is common in both the scenario and hence will get cancelled out. So just to save time, just write this and this. So that's how we can do this type of question. Okay, so the next question says, a tank has an inlet pipe attached to it. The inlet pipe can fill the tank such that the tank could be completely filled at 7 am. However, the tank had a leak which was not noticed. As a result of the leak, the tank was only 60% full at 7 am. Find the ratio of the rate at which the inlet pipe fills and the rate at which the leak empties the tank cool. So basically at the end of the day, I have to answer the ratio. So I can take the any values. Okay, so let's say the total capacity of the tank be 100 liters. Okay, I am just taking any random values because it doesn't affect the answer, because the answer is in the ratios. Okay, so let the capacity of the tank be 100 liters, and the time that the inlet pipe is taking to fill it is, let's say, 2 hours. Okay, so let's say this is filling it by 7 am, and let's say time is equal to 2 hours. I am just taking a random example, I can take anything. Okay, so what will be the rate? 100 by 2 is equal to 50. So inlet pipe will be, rate of inlet pipe will be 50 liters per hour. Okay, so if it is 50 liters per hour, then only in 2 hours it can fill 100 liter. Okay, so inlet pipe rate is 50 liters per hour. Okay, now if I talk about the leak as well. Okay, so 50 liters is the rate. I don't know the rate of the leak, so that is X, and only 60% of the tank is full. So 60% of 100 liters is 60% of 100 liters is 60. Okay, so this is coming out to be 30, right? Why 30? Because it is also happening in 2 hours, right? It is also happening in 2 hours. So 60 divided by 2. So rate will be 30. So what will be the rate of leak? 50 minus 30, X is equal to 20. 20 liters per hour. X is the rate of the leak that I have assumed. Okay, so this is also happening in 2 hours. So in 2 hours, only 60% of the tank is filled. So what is 60%? That is 60 liters. Okay, so 60 liters is filled, and that is happening in 2 hours. So in 1 liter, it is filled in 30 liters. So that's the rate when both of them are working. When inlet and leak is working, 30 liter per hour is the rate. So the rate of leak is X, which is coming out to be 20 per liter. Now I have to just find the ratio, which is 50 by 20. That is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is the answer to this question. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Okay, so this question again is an important question. 4 identical outlet pipes which individually empty an initial full tank in 12 hours each. Okay, so each of them are taking 12 hours to empty the tank. Have been attached to the tank. The 4 pipes have been attached to the tank at the bottom of the tank, 25%, 50% of the height, 75. Okay, so whenever the height of the pipes are given, it becomes a very conceptual question. If the tank is initially full, after how much time will the tank be completely empty? Okay, so first let me draw the tank. This is the tank. First pipe is here. Okay, first pipe is here, second pipe is here, third pipe is here, and fourth pipe is here. Okay, this is 0%, this is 25%, this is 50%, and this is 75%. Okay, so if I talk about pipe 1, okay, pipe 1 takes 12 hours to completely empty the tank. Okay, but if I talk about this part only, this is only 25% of the part. Means if pipe 1 is taking 12 hours to completely empty the tank, how much time it will take to empty 1/4 of the part? 12 by 4, that is 3 hours, right? So pipe 1 takes, to empty 25% of the tank, it takes 12 by 4, that is 3 hours. Okay, for 25%, for 25%, pipe 1 takes 3 hours. Okay, so I will solve this question part by part. First I will solve for this, then for this part, then for this part, and then for this part, and that's the correct way to do this kind of questions. Okay, so initially when the tank is full, all the 4 pipes are operational, right? So if pipe 1 is taking 3 hours to empty the tank, but there are 4 pipes. Okay, so it is the same feeling as if there are 4 men are working. So if the workforce is increased by 4 times, the time will be 1 by 4. What I am saying is what we have seen in the first question. If the workforce is increased by 4 times, the time will be 1/4, right? 1/4 of the initial time. So initial time is 3 hours. Now since there are four pipes are working, so the time it will take is 3 by 4. Okay. So 3 by 4 hours will be the time when this part will become empty, this 25% of the part. Okay. Now the story is the water at is this level. The water at is this level. Now I will be solving for this 25% of the part. Again, the pipe 1 is the pipe 1 will be taking 3 hours to empty this 25% of the part, right? But instead of 4, now only 3 pipes will be operational, right? Because water is at this level, only 3 pipes will be operational. So workforce is 3 times, it means time will be 1/3 of the initial. 1/3 of the initial. What is the initial time? 3 hours. So 1/3 of 3 hours. 1 by 3 into 3 is 1. So to empty this part, it will these 3 pipes will take 1 hour. Okay. Now I will solve for this 25%. Again, if pipe 1 is taking 12 hours to completely empty the tank, 25%, pipe 1 will take 3 hours, right? But there are 2 pipes. Okay, so the workforce is 2 times, so the time will be 1 by 2 of the initial time. So 1 by 2 of the initial, that is 3 by 2. And now the scenario is this: the water is at this level. Now I have only this much water and only pipe 1 is working. So pipe 1 is taking 3 hours to empty this 25% of the tank. So plus 3. So this is the total time which is required in the question, and this is 6 hours and 15 minutes. This is 6 hours and 15 minutes. So this is the answer, which is C option. Okay, so that's the correct way to do these kind of questions. So the last question is this: if 6 fewer workers worked than usual number of workers, then the number of hours required to complete a task is 2 more than the usual time, but 7 less than the number of hours required if 1/3 of the workers were absent. Okay, so we have to read this question very carefully. How many hours will be required to complete the work if 20 more workers than the usual number of workers were assigned? Okay, so lots of conditions are given in this question. So what I would suggest is that don't attempt this kind of question in the exam scenario, because it will eat up a lot of time in understanding the question itself. Okay, so it will consume a lot of time. So I suggest that this kind of question should not be attempted in the exam. However, let's look at the solution, how to solve these kind of questions. So if there are X workers, I don't know the initial number of workers, right? If there are X workers and I am assuming they are taking H hours. If there are 6 workers less, X minus 6 workers, then H plus 2 hours. Okay, H plus 2 hours. This is something question is saying. 1 by 3 of the workers are absent. Can I say that only 2 by 3 of the workers are working? So if 2 by 3 of the workers are working, the time will be 3 by 2 times of the initial time. So if 2 by 3 workers are working, time will be 3 by 2 of h minus 7, because the question says 7 less than this. Okay, so I can equate these times. So h plus 2 is equal to 3h by 2 minus 7. This gives h is equal to 18. H is equal to 18 hours. It means x workers were taking 18 hours and x minus 6 are taking 20 hours. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so I can equate them as well. 18x, this is just man hours, right? Man hours, x minus 6, 20. So if I solve this, I will get x is equal to be 60. So it means initially there were 60 workers. Initially there were 60 workers, right? 60 workers are taking 18 hours. 60 minus x workers are taking 20 hours. Now the question is saying for 20 more workers. So for 20 more workers, it means 60 into 18. This is just nothing, just man hours. 60 into 18 is equal to for 20 more workers. It means for 80 workers, time will be t. I can easily solve this equation now, and t will be 13.5 hours. 13.5 hours. So this will be my answer. T will be 13.5 hours. So basically I won't recommend this question to do in exam, as it involves so many cases. Means it involves a thorough reading of the question, so it will eat a lot of time. So that's it. This video contains each and every type of time and work questions. So basically the aim behind making this video is to get a feel of each and every type of time and work questions. So I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please kindly consider subscribing to the channel, and you can also press the bell icon so that whenever I come up with the next video, you can get the notifications straight away. So see you guys in the next one. Thank you.